They used to call it the game dog. And the dream of people was to be a dogman. And it was like the highest thing, you know, you walking around, you going to work, you're thinking about it, and you coming home. There's no cell phones, there's just beepers. And, you know, for me it was different. I really didn't care about the people, and I didn't need the necessity for me to have something special or some affirmation or appreciation by anybody or some accolades. For me it was different. I actually strive better under rejection. So, you know, people thought, you know, they discriminated against me because I look Mexican. And so I didn't look Puerto Rican, or I didn't look or I didn't sound Dominican or Cuban. So Puerto Ricans, Cubans, and Dominicans in New York back in 1990 discriminated guys like me, especially if I didn't have a New York Yankees hat and baggy pants and I didn't look hood. And the opposite, I actually had a suit and tie, and I was very well spoken when it comes to, you know, manners and stuff like that. But that's always tough guys, so it was kind of weird for them. You know, it's like we can't read this guy. He's different, you know. And in the Dogs, I was just like so on point, rookie, but really like sharp. And so I didn't buy this dream that if you become a dogman, you'll gain respect from people. And that society disappeared back then. That society is gone. And I was correct in not trying to do it in the Dogs because I wanted to be something. It just happens, became the best dogman in the history. No man dead or alive. I can say all these sweet things about me, but really I didn't want to make this video about me. This video is about you. You, the young man, 15, 16, 17 years old, somewhere in Brooklyn, New York, somewhere in the Bronx, New York, somewhere in Chicago, somewhere in America. And there are some uncles of yours and some people in some forums that they tell you got to be a dogman. Those people tell you they're dogmans, including your uncle, your dad. They're not real dogmans. You're looking at the real dogmen. They cannot shine my shoes. And what somebody sold them a story from back in the 1930s, where they told them, if you can buy a dog from me, 2 or 3, now you're a dogman. And there's levels to become a dogman. That's a different conversation. It's a really long topic. I'm going to keep it short. There are dog people. They own dogs, and they do it for a long time. They actually become dog fanciers. They always have Pitbulls. They always have love. And their dogs are, you know, continue to deform through that process in the 1990s. Some of them became better, but they never had a way to sustain the quality. So there will always be peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. There was always the peak will be a better guy, and then the valleys will come when everybody else get the dogs and becomes a valley. They water down the whatever the peak guy was, and stuff like that. And that's a different conversation. But there were just very few real top dogmen. And within those dogmen, to be honest with you, there are levels too, and that's a different video. What I want to tell you today is that you're in 2021, maybe you're reading this video in 2015, watching this video in 2030 or 40. Maybe by now I'm an old man, very old man with a lot of white hair. Maybe I'm dead and you're watching this video. Don't let anybody tell you that dog fighting is going to make you dogman. It's not. Really, it's not. You know, if you hear this message from law enforcement and tell you to not to do it, you'll do it probably, because they tell you not to smoke and you smoke. They'll tell you that cocaine is bad, you do it. They tell you to stay in school, you don't want to stay in school. But you're listening to someone that did everything that you cannot even dream to do. My life, when I was in it, is the most gangster story you can possibly think of. And I was never a drug dealer. I never killed anybody or anything like that. But I got the respect from the best, top of the line people in whatever business they were in. And I got the respect because they knew I was the man, the dogman. And people respected that dogman, because I wasn't just a guy that has dogs or a guy that has a good dog. I was the real deal. And as the real deal, I got a real good message for you. It's not worth it. There is no ecosystem for another man to develop to be 1% of what I used to be. And I'm a real dogman. And I was always a real dogman because I always wanted to develop the breed. And I did develop the breed to the fullest, to make the greatest dogs that ever been which are mine, my legends, consistent. And people say, why? But other people got other dogs. Okay, that's fine. Not a single dog that they have had the network and the metrics of my dogs, which means dogs that are not the pedigree of any one of my dogs, dogs that are not in that particular dog, but they are a whole lot of dogs, great ones that belong to me that are within the same pedigree. In other words, if you're the backman, the elements that are in the pedigree of the backman are not based, your greatness is not only based on your performance and your pedigree, but it's also based that you're related directly to Chica the Great, that you're related directly to Chilindrina, that you're directly related to Awesomebuck, and all these other dogs, and dogs that are not in the pedigree as well. And when I say they're not in the pedigree, I'm referring like backman is not, you don't have gasolina in it, but it's related to gasolina. And, you know, related to Mechanic Buck. And so on and so forth. He has my signature. He has my blueprint in it. Because I am the brand. There's no one is going to be like that. And it'll be a disaster if I didn't tell you the truth. Stay in school. Learn these. Learn how to communicate with people. Learn how to tell stories. Learn how to connect with people. Not just communicate. A lot of people communicate, but they don't connect. So learn how to connect. Learn how to do ethical sales. Learn how to do influence on people. Learn how to be a leader and how to uplift leaders. Learn how to be a person that serves other people. And then find something that you really have passion for it and apply that to that. And become a businessman, entrepreneur. And if you can't do those things, but you're really smart and you have passion to become a lawyer, or maybe not a lawyer, but maybe a doctor or an engineer, because you like mathematics, the world needs a lot of those too. So if you don't complete that, and you become a guy that marries too early like I did, you have children you got to take care of and have to buy a home, do that. Keep that promise. Be great to your children and be great to your wife. Always pray to God and be a hero for your family. And that's big. That's big. Be a fireman. If you really want to serve people, be a fireman. Be a police officer. Dream big. You know, chase happiness, and there's a chance to be a good business. The money will come with the happiness. Follow great people and have great mentors around you. The American Pitbull Terrier will be gone. You're probably watching this video, and by now the understanding that if he's not a dog from Chico Lopez, he's really not a real Pitbull. That's probably going to be how the future is going to be, and that's probably how you're seeing it right now. But right now, when I'm making the video, there's people still a little confused about it. But you know, they start to understand. Nobody had the vision this guy had, and it's not because I'm great. It's everything because God. I owe everything to God. God is the one that gives me these thoughts and give me the energy and the courage to do what I did in the past and what I'm doing today. I just got off the phone with a guy that wanted to buy 2 of my dogs. And I told him I won't be able to sell you a dog. And the reason why I do that is because I say no to money and yes to save the real American Pitbull Terrier. This is my message to you. I'm saving the real American Pitbull Terrier by placing the best dogs in the hands of the best people. I wish that I could put the dogs in the hands of battered women and firemen, retired heroes, you know, veterans, war veterans, people that have problems, and if they qualify, just give it to them for free. Maybe I'll work on that. But what I want you to know is there's a lot more than being a dogman. Being on a forum, watching and knowing story about dogs, you really don't make crap. Those guys that talk a lot of stuff about dogs and they want to talk about dogs, those are bozos, charlatans. They never did nothing. They will never do nothing. Their opinion, their hate, everything is completely worthless. So if you think I worry about haters because a lot of people call me about it, don't worry about it. I don't worry about them. They actually have a service for me. Everyone always needs to have a trash can in their house. And that is a trash can. That's where everybody that is stupid will go to. The flies will go to. But anyhow, the video is long enough. I just want to tell you, God is great. Always pray to God. It's Him. It was God that always protected me. Nothing happens. I tell people my life is like a Forrest Gump story, and it's because of God. Respect the law, respect the dogs, be great with your family, take care of yourself more than anything else, eat healthy, work out, try to find out exactly how your body works and how can you become a better man. And if you can afford or you can qualify to buy one of my dogs, I promise you, you never had a dog once you had my dog. My name is Chico Lopez. God bless you. Take care, guys.